Did you know that kidney damage can begin years before you ever feel a symptom? By the time problems are obvious, filtration may already be reduced. The good news is that certain dietary patterns are consistently associated with better kidney function and a lower long-term risk of chronic kidney disease. Your kidneys work every minute of every day. They filter waste from your blood, regulate fluid balance, maintain mineral levels, and help control blood pressure. One of the key markers of kidney health is something called eGFR, or estimated glomerular filtration rate. It reflects how efficiently your kidneys are filtering your blood. Improving kidney health isn't about a quick cleanse or a special supplement. It's about reducing the ongoing strain that slowly wears down kidney tissue over time. That strain often comes from high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, metabolic imbalance, and excessive acid load from certain dietary patterns. One of the strongest dietary approaches linked to better kidney outcomes centers around fruits and vegetables, especially within structured patterns like the DASH and Mediterranean diets. Higher adherence to these eating patterns has been associated with up to a 28 to 30% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease. But what does that mean in practical terms? Clinical trials suggest that diets rich in fruits and vegetables help preserve eGFR. In people with stage 3 and 4 chronic kidney disease, increasing fruit and vegetable intake has been shown to help manage metabolic acidosis. In some cases, the effect was comparable to oral bicarbonate therapy for improving acid balance. Why does acid balance matter for your kidneys? Animal-heavy diets tend to produce more acid during metabolism. Your kidneys must work to excrete that acid to maintain a stable internal environment. Fruits and vegetables provide base-producing compounds that reduce the amount of acid your kidneys need to process. In simple terms, they reduce the workload placed on the filtering units. Fruits and vegetables are also rich in fiber, antioxidants, and polyphenols. These compounds help lower systemic inflammation and oxidative stress. Since chronic inflammation contributes to kidney damage over time, reducing that background stress may help preserve nephron function, the tiny filtering structures inside your kidneys. Blood pressure is another major factor. Elevated blood pressure is one of the leading drivers of kidney damage. Dietary patterns rich in produce have been associated with reductions of roughly 9 millimeters of mercury in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Lower pressure means less mechanical strain on delicate kidney vessels. Albuminuria, or the leakage of protein into urine, is an early marker of kidney stress. Diets centered on fruits and vegetables have been associated with a lower incidence of albuminuria. That suggests improved integrity of the kidney's filtration barrier. Some people worry about potassium when they hear more fruits and vegetables. It's true that individuals with advanced kidney disease must monitor potassium carefully. However, evidence suggests that in earlier stages and in general prevention, increasing produce intake can help preserve kidney function without automatically causing dangerous potassium elevations when properly monitored. Another powerful way to improve kidney health involves shifting protein sources. Replacing animal-based protein with plant-based protein has been associated with a 26% lower incidence of chronic kidney disease. That's a substantial difference linked simply to the type of protein consumed. Higher plant-to-animal protein ratios have been associated with slower annual declines in eGFR. They are also linked to a lower risk of developing albuminuria. This suggests that protein quality may influence how hard the kidneys have to work over time. Why might plant proteins be easier on the kidneys? When large amounts of animal protein are consumed, the kidneys temporarily increase their filtration rate to handle the nitrogen waste. This response is known as hyperfiltration. Repeated hyperfiltration over many years may contribute to structural stress within the glomeruli. Plant proteins appear to trigger a lower hyperfiltration response, meaning less intense filtering demand. Plant proteins also tend to contain more magnesium and fiber. They generally have a lower bioavailability of phosphorus compared to animal proteins, meaning less phosphorus is absorbed into the bloodstream. This can reduce mineral burden on the kidneys. There's a common myth that all protein is inherently hard on the kidneys. The evidence does not fully support that blanket statement. High-quality human data suggest that plant-based proteins may actually be protective, while Western-style dietary patterns high in processed and red meats are associated with significantly higher chronic kidney disease risk. That doesn't mean you must eliminate animal products entirely. Even partial replacement can shift the balance. Swapping one serving of red or processed meat per day with legumes, beans, lentils, tofu, or nuts may gradually reduce kidney strain over time. Whole grains and high-fiber foods represent another important pillar of kidney support. Diets rich in whole grains have been associated with improved metabolic efficiency and a lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease and albuminuria. Fiber plays a central role here. It improves insulin sensitivity and helps regulate blood sugar levels. Since diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney disease, better glucose control directly reduces stress on kidney filtration. Higher fiber intake has also been associated with reductions in C-reactive protein, a marker of systemic inflammation. Lower inflammation supports healthier blood vessels, and healthy blood vessels are essential for proper kidney function because the kidneys are highly vascular organs. There's also growing attention on the gut-kidney connection. Fiber supports a healthier gut microbiome. A healthier microbiome produces fewer uremic toxins, compounds that would otherwise circulate in the bloodstream and require filtration by the kidneys. By reducing toxin production at the source, fiber may indirectly reduce kidney workload. Whole grains also provide magnesium, a mineral associated with better vascular function and reduced risk of calcification in blood vessels. Since kidney health depends heavily on vascular integrity, this becomes another indirect protective mechanism. Your kidneys work for you every minute of every day. Supporting them is less about dramatic interventions and more about long-term, evidence-based habits that protect function before problems begin.